organize that. But for now, I give you some rules for the presentations. So as you know, we will start with some pitches from 10 companies, from many companies in Europe. They will explain a little bit about their newest products and what they offer. They all have 5 minutes time for that, and then we will go through to the meetings. We will organize some breakout sessions, and I will explain later how that is be done. Some rules for the meeting today. The whole session will be recorded and streamed. So if any one of you does not want to be seen on YouTube, you should switch off your camera now. During the presentations, please switch off your camera and your microphone. When the pitches are over, you all can switch on your camera again, and when you want to talk, of course, switch on your microphone. So that everyone knows everyone and knows from which company you are, please change your name. You can do that in the participant list. When you go to your name and at the More button, then you can rename and add your company, for example. Or you can go on your picture and there are 3 dots and you can rename as well. If you want to ask questions, we have a chat function. During the pitches, we do not want to have discussions. We will do that in the end. But if you have urgent questions or anything to comment, please use the chat function to everyone or to a certain person. If you want to connect with a certain person, also just use the chat function. You can choose to whom you want to send something, and so you can exchange personal data with the person you want to connect with. So, having said this, I hand over to Rim. He will explain a little bit about CENIT, what CENIT is doing, and then he will also guide you through the pitches. Please, Rim.
Thank you, Thomas. First of all, can everybody hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
That's good, because I think there's some delay on the line. So welcome also on behalf of CENIT and the Enterprise Europe Network to this pitch session during Medica COMPAMED. As Thomas already mentioned, it's a follow-up of last year's session when we had a physical meeting at the
So, okay, Rim is frozen again. We had this problem already when we tested it. Now he's coming back. Rim, can you hear us?
I'm using another account, yes.
Okay.
I think now it's better, or not?
No, it's much better, yeah.
Yes, okay. So now I do it over the iPad, but I just have to see if it's also working with the presentation. Again, thank you all for joining us. It's quite a challenge to do this a pitching session online since we had, this is a follow-up of a presentation that we did last year when we had a physical meeting at the COMPAMED Medica. And let's see how it works. We have 10 of our clients from all over Europe who are going to pitch themselves the upcoming hour. 5 pitches, 5 minutes per pitch. And we are going to start with the pitches after I've given some more information about the Enterprise Europe Network. Let me see if this is going to work, and if not, Next slide. The Enterprise Europe Network. Is this actually working?
Yes, we can see the slides.
Okay, and the slides are also changing.
Yes.
That's good. The Enterprise Europe Network is the world's biggest support network, business support network for SMEs with international ambitions. We are represented in almost 70 countries worldwide. So there's always an EEM partner in your neighborhood. And we are represented by 600 partner organizations all over the world. Organizations like regional development agencies, technology transfer offices. There are also some Chamber of Commerce connected to the network. But all organizations aim to support small and medium enterprises on the topics of innovation and internationalization. And as said, to have an idea in which kind of countries we are represented in all EU member states, but also outside of the EU. So it's not only the Enterprise Europe network, but actually it's the Enterprise Global network, because we are also represented in technologically highly developed countries like the US, Japan, South Korea, and several more companies. Who is in the network? Well, it's all local experts that know the market and speak the language. So we visit companies, we visit universities, we visit research institutes in order to maintain our network and in order to be able to link our clients. We have a focus on small and medium enterprises to relevant partners for them, either business or cooperation partners. But that's all enough about us, the organizers. As said, on behalf of IVAM and CENIT, I would like to welcome you to this pitch session. And we can see the clients that we lined up and that we selected from the companies that registered themselves as pitching companies. And I think these 10, it's a quite diverse bunch of companies that are going to present themselves. As said, 5 minutes per pitch. After the pitches, so at around the clock of 4 this afternoon, so in about 1 hour, we will have breakout sessions. So if you have questions during the pitch, write them down or put them in the chat and save them for the breakout session, where you can have a selected exclusive chat or discussion with the company of your interest. Of course, you will not be alone, but we try to limit the number of participants in these breakout sessions to 5 or a maximum of 10 persons to guarantee the interaction. So the first company, one of our clients from the organization Stift in Thuringia, also a partner of the Enterprise Europe Network here in Germany, is Ongnostics GmbH. Dr. Martina Schmitz, are you available?
Yes, I am.
And welcome to our pitch session. And I would like to ask you to share your screen.
Yes, I'm happy to do so.
And I will try to keep a little bit track of time. If you are ready.
All right, so are you able to see my presentation?
Yeah.
Presentation mode.
Loud and clear.
All right, so thanks for the invitation to present our company. The Ongnostics develops early and reliable cancer diagnostics with epigenetic biomarkers. And we are a spin-off of the University Hospital in Jena, Thuringia. From the beginning, we are certified for ISO 13485 and have patents on our markers we are using in our assays. And since roughly 3 years now, we have a partnership with a Chinese company It's a subsidiary of the big pharma company Sinopharm. And that's our step into the Chinese business, which we have since these 2.5 years. And as you can see at the bottom line, we already started to go to the other direction, like America and Canada. So that's why we are certified now for the MD Sub Canada as well, to be a legal manufacturer as well, to sell our products in there. So that is a rough short overview of the some milestones we have already achieved with the diagnostics. But what we are doing. So we are a company dealing with epigenetic markers. We use them to detect cancer, and maybe in some projects we already looked in other directions. So the big unmet medical need in cancer diagnostics, you already know it probably. I mean, we have over 18 million new cases, and more or less more than half of all these cases die from their cancer disease. And this is mainly a lack of good diagnostics, because a lot of cancer cases, if they were reliable and early screened and detected, then the outcome would be much better. And what we have on the other side as well, especially in the industrial countries, is some cancer fields show the problem of overtreatment in case of probably cervical cancer, where in established screening systems there's a big overtreatment because of a lot of unknown cases, where then the surgery is the option, and that's not the best therapy in any case. So we want to improve the diagnostic using so-called epigenetic markers. Epigenetic markers are DNA methylation, or we use DNA methylation, which are chemical modifications on the DNA, which occur in the normal healthy DNA as well, because they simply regulate gene expression. But if you have a normal cell developing to a cancer cell or some other malignant cells, then in decent regions you can find these change of DNA methylation, and that's what we are detecting. And our fields of action from our company is the detection of cervical cancer. Here we have already a product on the market since 4 years now. And we have a product development which is quite far regarding head and neck cancer diagnostics, screening, as well as follow-up care after surgery. And in cooperation with the clinic in Jena, we have some diagnostic projects on ovarian cancer. So what we are looking for, I mean, for the field of cervical cancer diagnostics, we look for partners, especially for distribution, marketing, and licensing. Regarding our head and neck cancer project, we still seek some clinical application partners. And in general, I mean, we are good at epigenetic marker development, and we have already some other projects in that field. For example, companion diagnostics for established and new therapeutics are a good option for the use of epigenetic markers. And in general, we are a small company, more focused on the development and not that much on marketing and sales. And for that, we are working together with partners and distributors. Yes, and so that's it. I'm happy to take questions after the session.
Wow, excellent. In 5 minutes, really well done. And just to get things clear, CSO in this, your function within the company means Chief Scientific Officer and not Sustainability Officer, I guess.
Yeah, scientific. We are, I mean, we are two general managers actually. We both lead the company, but we are we a little bit try to differentiate between the CEO and CSO. But yeah, scientific, yes.
Okay, yeah, that's clear, and it's to me not with a medical background. When you say chemical modification of DNA, it sounds a little bit spooky, but I understand it's for a very good cause, to do a better diagnostics and treatment of cancer.
The modification is pure biologic. That's not what we are doing. We are only detecting it. It's what the body or what a lot of cells show. So that's not what we do, and it's biological.
Exactly. It's very interesting. I hope to see you later in the breakout sessions, Dr. Schmitz. Thank you for your pitch and for taking account of the 5 minutes. Really well done. The next picture is Sarah Ayat from the French company Synaptech, expert in the field of ultrasonics. Hi, Sarah. Good afternoon.
Hello, Rim. Hello, everybody. So thanks a lot for accepting Synaptech for this pitching session.
You're welcome. Your 5 minutes of fame will start now.
Okay, let me share my screen right now. Okay, let's go. Here it is. Normally, you should see my screen.
Yeah.
Perfect. So actually, I'm Sarah. I'm currently responsible for the medical business unit at Synaptech. So let's take a few minutes for introducing you first the company and then what would be our project. So first of all, what about Synaptech? Actually, we are a French SME and our core mission is to conceive, develop and manufacture innovative ultrasonic solutions and modules, especially dedicated to the industry, but also for medical and biological applications. So just for giving you some concrete example regarding the realization we had the opportunity to conceive in the past, for example, for the biological field, we have solution for cell lysis, DNA sharing, or in the context of COVID-19, a solution for REM decontamination still by using the ultrasounds. So you only have to remind that Synaptech is well known as the expert of the ultrasounds since 1984. I just wanted to add that all our products are currently covered by a series of patents. And just for giving you an idea of our international realization, we are currently active in 30 countries. And right now we are dedicated 45% of the turnover for the international market versus 25% for the French market, a way to confirm that the international collaboration is really important for us. And by the way, this percentage is likely to grow in the coming years. So as promised, let me share right now with you more information regarding the medical business units. So clearly and briefly, here the idea is to allow the development of the innovative therapeutic medicines by using the ultrasounds. And basically, these medical devices will have to be non-invasive. So here, the idea is to either compete with the traditional surgery for very specific diseases or complete the offer when the patient will need specific cares for very specific pathologies. The project would imply high-frequency ultrasounds, as this is our core business and we would like to invest for this specific part. In addition to that, the project would be in direct connection with particular public health issues and would be directly connected with the patient well-being and comfort. So do not worry, I'm going to give you very clear example in the coming slides. And last but not least, this would be the more important point for us. We would like to make this project possible by collaborative projects. So we could imagine two options. Option one, it could be co-development projects. Option two, it could be research programs with scientific people, academic bodies, SMEs, startups, and so on. here it's really important to say that we are open to any proposal. And I would like to finish this slide by insisting on the fact that we are exclusively focusing on the therapeutic segment directly connected to the ultrasounds, and we are not focusing on the diagnostic use of the ultrasound. I mean, for example, the traditional use of the ultrasound for the guidance, for the echography, and so on. So in this context, Synaptech would bring its technical and technological expertise to the other partners. And as promised, let me share with you some examples regarding the therapeutic areas we are actively targeting. So here we are exclusively focusing on severe public health issues, unfortunately widely widespread in the current ecosystems, and without surprise, we will have the oncology. So here we are targeting malignant and benign tumors, especially solid cancer. Also, the cardiovascular system for very specific chronic pathologies, the drug delivery field, and finally the neurology area directly connected, for example, for the mental breakdown and so on. So it would be really interesting to discuss with you if you are interested in such a collaboration. I'm here and I will be your main contact. So thanks a lot for your attention and maybe see you soon.
Wow, Sarah, right in time. How did you do that? And I'm not going to ask any questions or make any further comments because I see, although that we are all right on track, that we're already 5 minutes behind. So thank you, Sarah, for your interesting presentation and offering your expertise in search for interesting projects. Hopefully you will have some interesting discussions later on in the breakout session. Thank you.
No problem. Thanks.
The next one, it's from my home country, the Netherlands, Demken, Benjamin Jurg. Are you available, Benjamin? Yeah. I think you have to unmute yourself because I can't hear you. Benjamin?
Yes, hi there.
Ah, yes. I saw that you were there and you have found the unmute button. It's for the upcoming 5 minutes. The floor is to Demcon.
Thank you. Well, I'm very happy to present Demcon at this pitch session, but before I do so, I'd like to have you think about one question up front. So what do you look for in a partnership? Which characteristics would you look for in doing business? So please take a moment to think about that question. You don't have to answer it right now, but think about what kind of characteristics do you look for in a partnership? So hopefully you thought about it. So here's the pitch about Demcon. So we are founded by Peter Rutgers and Dennis Schipper in 1993. And today Demcon counts in total over 750 people, of which around 450 are in the medical field, and still driven on technical side by Peter Rutgers as CTO, and driven to make an impact by Dennis Schipper as CEO. Being ISO 13485 certified both on the development and production side, we are able to support OEM customers from concept to series production with software, AI, multiphysics, optical, extreme temperature control, mechatronics, electronics, mechanical, and QA/RA expertise. We contribute to the top innovative companies in the Netherlands like ASML and Philips, and rank in the top 10 of engineering companies in the Netherlands. We are growing more internationally with sites in Germany, Singapore, Japan, and activities in USA. And over 70% of our business or activities are outside the Netherlands. We are keen on collaboration in order to find the best feasible solution for the customer and have open collaboration with a broad ecosystem, partnering with, for example, Brainport, LifeTechZone, Photon Delta, DNHK, and Fraunhofer. We closely collaborate with universities, medical centers, research institutes, and hospitals to ensure short lines to validate solutions. Demcon won the German Dutch economy prize by making an impact together with the German partners with ventilators when it matters the most in the corona crisis. We deliver solutions across the medical field, from diagnostic and monitoring solutions to surgical and continuous treatment, both in hospital and home care. In the field of life science, we provide solutions in research and qualificational tools. We work on important medical trends like personalized medicine, transition from hospital to home care, earlier diagnosis, and less invasive treatments. We work in open and transparent communication on progress, quality, and budget to our customers. We are appreciated by customers for the reliability and innovation power, able to bring cutting-edge technology from lower level technology ready levels to production. Demcon looks forward to work with OEM customers that, like us, want to make an impact with the advanced technology. If you are a company that appreciates a trustworthy partner with skills to bring innovations to the market, like our current customers do, please contact me to discuss your challenges. If you are a company that appreciates a trustworthy partner to bring your innovations from concept to production, and you are, for example, a medtech company that is looking for technology in one of our focus areas, or a pharmaceutical company that wants to transition the lab process towards a product, or a company that wants to be unburdened on the engineering and or production, Demcon is your partner. If you have heard the key aspects of partnership that you thought about at the beginning, then you just found the right partner for your innovation. I'm looking forward to have a follow-up with you. So my name is Beme Jurg, Business Developer Healthcare at Demcon. If you have questions based on the presentation, like to have a follow-up of your innovation challenges, please contact me. Thank you.
Okay, Benjamin, thank you for a very fast and very interesting pitch. I don't think I heard so many pitches starting with a question, so that was really well done. And hopefully participants in this session will find their way to the breakout session at the end of this pitching hour, to the breakout session of Demcon, offering their expertise and looking for partnerships and already experience for doing business in Germany, and that you even were rewarded for. So really thank you for your pitch.
More welcome.
Next participant, Olivier Fontaine of the company, and I'm not quite sure how to pronounce this, Virtually Search. It's I think search from surgery. Olivier, yes, exactly. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here, and you're right.
Excellent. Thank you for joining us. The 5 minutes are yours, Olivier.
Terrific. I'll share my screen.
Please do.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Great. So very quickly, I'm Olivier Fontaine. I'm head of operations at Virtually Search. So we are a French startup company created 3 years and a half ago now, coming from the business, the surgery, and the academic world. And we are trying to face a critical health issue, which is the medical errors. It's not so well known, but it's the third cause of death annually. And surgical errors accounts for 2/3 of such medical errors globally. And when it comes to surgery, a strong issue is training, because the current training methods are not always so efficient. When you train on cadavers or animals, of course, it's not the same as when you train on animals. And when you do training, when meeting with expert surgeons to guide you through a surgical procedure, well, you need to travel to find availabilities. And in the current sanitary crisis, well, everything is being stopped. So there is a major need for digital education strategy in surgery. And what we are proposing is a combination of 2 key pillars. The first one is the use of virtual reality to provide an immersive and a very highly realistic experience to the user, so that he's really feeling in the operating room along with the surgery team. But of course, using only VR has some limits, because surgery is a very tactile and precise field. So that's why we combine that with a hands-on approach, allowing the trainee to have the real medical device instruments in his hands, and that they are connected in real time to the virtual reality. So we are really taking the best out of the virtual and the physical world into a complete immersive and lifelike experience, so that he can train anywhere, anytime, as on a real patient for young surgeons, residents, or expert surgeons who want to train on a new device or a new procedure. So this is a global game changer and has multiple benefits for all of the stakeholders. So for the hospitals, for the training centers, and for the medical device industry, because for the medtech companies, training healthcare professionals is a key business driver. And so we are looking for partners who will be looking to have digital education tools to showcase and to train on their newly released products. It can be startups and large companies. They all have the same issues on how to reach out to healthcare professionals, how to convince them to use their product and surgical procedures instead of another one. And we really believe we have the right tool and efficient solution in this regard. So if you're interested for bringing new digital educations into your medical device launch and product development, I will be very happy to discuss with you, as all of our simulators are completely tailor-made. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Olivier, for interesting presentation. We are all humans and we all make mistakes, but preferably I don't want my surgeon to make any mistakes when he's operating on me. So I think it's an excellent service that you are providing to train these specialists and prevent mistakes happening in surgery theater. So thank you for interesting pitch, and hopefully see you in the breakout sessions in about 30-35 minutes. Thank you, Olivier.
I'll be there. Thank you.
Thank you. Then the next participant is from Italy via our network partner, the Chamber of Commerce in Genoa, Claudia Magnaguagno. It's the company of Teseo, represented by its product manager, Alessio Capetanelli.
Yeah,
Alessio, are you available?
Yeah, of course.
We can see you loud and clear.
Perfect. So I'll turn off my camera. I hope you can see my screen.
Yeah.
Perfect.
The floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you for the introduction, first of all, and for having us here today and organizing this event. So
you're welcome.
Thank you. So I would like to start by presenting the company, first of all. We are also a university spin-off. We are a spin-off of the University of Genoa here in Italy. And we deal mostly with assistive technologies and mainly ambient assisted living solutions for elder care. So we have been active in this field since 2007 as researchers. At the beginning, we worked on more than 30 publications on international journals on the topic. We participated in several research projects. And in the last couple of years, we founded Teseo, and we are working on specific solutions that I want to present to you today that is actually on pilot. So we are still pre-market in a sense, but our product is ready. And of course, we're very active in the space of silver economy and everything that is connected to elderly people. And we have several relationships in this field, like with Italian associations of companies in this field, and also other adults associations with which we collaborate on the development and the deployment of our solution. So I would like to talk to you about this. So what is Kibi? Kibi is our first product and is mostly a virtual assistant that has two goals. The first one is to promote active aging to older adults. And on the other side, we want to provide as many actionable insights and support to their caregivers. This is because, as you know, the population of older adults is increasing very fast. These pose a serious risk of sustainability, and it's also a burden on families and professionals alike. And today on the market, there are not many solutions that have the kind of approach that we propose. In fact, indeed, what we do is not just the collection of biometric data or just safety alerts, but it's mostly a behavioral analysis. So what we do is fundamentally recognize daily activities by sticking to a very specific formalism in geriatric practice, that is activities of daily living. And by looking at trends of these activities that get recognized, we can tell how independent is a person and what are the tasks they need help with. So if we see a negative trend, for example, in drinking, we can help do some preventive care and avoid hospitalization due to dehydration, so to say. Of course, we do also other things. At the moment, we work mostly with elder care facilities. So we also do stuff like localization, automatic fault detection. So there is a complete suite of tools for caregivers, also in a professional background, to assist them in their everyday tasks. And we use just simple hardware. So as you can see here, at the moment we are using commercial smartwatches and some inexpensive Bluetooth beacons to be installed in the environment. So if you want to get involved with us, there are several things you can do. One of these is, of course, help us with the production of the hardware. We are a very skilled team on embedded system. We're already working on a design, custom design for our hardware. So of course, anyone that can assist us or is interested in talking with us about that aspect is definitely interesting to us. And then we can talk about this later. But also, of course, we're also interested in more pilots beyond the ones we're already running. So if you are interested in trying out our solution, this is also very, very interesting to us. So that's it for us. Thank you very much, and see you later at the breakout session, I guess.
Okay, Alessio, thank you for an excellent pitch, also within time. And I was really triggered by your comment about the silver economy, because it's like these senior citizens, these older people, they are growing in number, not only in Europe, but I think all over the world. I think in Japan, it's the fastest moving market. And it's always very interesting to see solutions to support these senior citizens to live longer in their own home. And why do we stop using these technologies when these people move to care homes? So interesting pitch, interesting business proposal, and hopefully we'll see you later in the breakout sessions, Alessio. Next participant and pitching company, also from Italy, also from the network of the Chamber of Commerce in Genoa. It's the company of Daniele Teli Robot Labs.
Yes.
We are being joined by the R&D manager, Giovanni Stalin.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Hello, Giovanni, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon. So I'm Giovanni Stalin. I'm R&D manager of Daniele Teli Robot Labs, Italy. Daniele Teli Robot Labs is an R&D robotic company with more than 25 years of experience in robotic solutions and also spatial machines. The Robot Labs is part of the Daniele Holding and coordinates all the activities in robotic development systems. So we take advantage of the group also. So Daniele Automation is the 50 years of experience branch of a company in automation, programming, and sensing, and also of the research center of CRD in Udine, northeastern part of Italy. We have a strong partnership with IT, Istituto Italiano di Tecnologia, and we have a shared lab, Daniele IT, in advanced robotics, AI, and vision systems. What are our business units? Metal industry, of course, because of Daniele, energy and nuclear, medical robotics, and we talk about this today, and advanced robotics. So, what are we doing? DT Labs works as external R&D unit for our main partners. and provides engineering and production services from the very first idea to the first production batch. We have a broad track record in several fields of medical robotics and spatial systems. Unfortunately, because NDA, I cannot tell you names and numbers, but I will try to give you an overview of that. We developed surgical robots made in endoscopy and laparoscopy. So far, we developed 3 machines from the prototype to the certification and first article. Another specialty is in developing MRI-compatible robotic system for the diagnostic. We have already one product, not sold with the name, with another company's name, that develops movable systems within the MRI field. And we produce several units per year since 2010. Concerning rehabilitation robots, we developed so far 2 robots for upper limb rehabilitation from the prototype for first batch production, and also for the lower limb for one of the leaders in the market. We developed the prototype and the certification, the first article, and so far in the last 3 years, we produced almost 40 machines. And also we are very active in wearable robots and exoskeletons with several patents and ongoing research projects. So, who are we searching for? We are searching for customers for industrial projects, or even partners for EU programs, in case that, starting from market request or a special clinical need, are interested in bringing to life innovative machines and robotic devices in these 3 relevant fields of application. Diagnostic, on the bottom left, you can see MRI-compatible bed for moving the patient during MRI analysis, for example. In the middle, for surgical robots, you can see one of our robots with some pics from some operations. Or in the bottom right, you can see one of our upper limb machine for rehabilitation of dual upper limb, and also one of our patent in wearable robotic stuffs. So if you're interested to contact me and discuss in the next slot, or even through Medica or out of Medica, these are my references. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Giovanni. It's interesting to see that a field that in a lot of perspective still is in the early stage, because we are talking about robotics already for ages. And if you actually see within health or also in the silver economy, the actual use of robots, it's, in my opinion, still limited. So it's good to see that you are already active, like you said, 15 years in this field of promising application of robots, and especially also in exoskeletons. So interesting proposal, Giovanni, and hope to see you in the breakout session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next participant, the company of Beuter Precision Components from Germany, from the network of IVAM, is being represented by their CEO, Mr. Markus Funk.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Perfect.
The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Hello, everybody, and good afternoon. I would like to present you Beuter and tell you a little bit about our company. Beuter is an old company. It was already founded in 1909, originally as a watchmaking factory. But today we are concentrated for production of high precision mechanical components, and preferably from, we say, difficult to machine materials like titanium, stainless steel, special alloys, but on the other hand also plastics like PEEK or ceramics. So we do not have own products, but we are classically a subcontractor for equipment manufacturers. So we are specialized on small and medium-sized lots. That means we start about 20 up to 5,000. This is the typical range of production lots which we are producing or running. And we are active in different markets. We're strongly in the medical market, but also in others like mechanical engineering, also aviation, measuring technology, and also a little bit in military. Today we have about 150 employees, and thereof more than 85% are skilled workers in production. So we have a high educated level in our production. We are certified according to ISO 13485 and also ISO 9001. And we are located in Rosenfeld in Germany, which is about 80 kilometers south of Stuttgart. So our core competences, our main technologies are CNC manufacturing. That means turning, milling, grinding, and honing. So we are able to produce parts starts with diameter 3 up to 120 by turning, and also 5-axis milling up to 150 millimeters in a cube. And we also have several grinding technologies like grinding between centers and also centerless and flat grinding. Overall, we have about 50 different CNC machining in our house here. In addition, we can do fine deburring and also polishing. We have also the ability to do assembly for not to assemble the parts which we're manufacturing. And we have the cleaning and also packaging ability in clean room here in our company. And you cannot see my slides? Can you see my slides?
No. I wanted to ask you, but I'm not quite sure if you're prepared. You're not sharing your screen because it's a black screen that we see.
I tried to share.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's better, or still not?
Still not. Yes. There's
okay.
The motivation slide.
Sorry, I continue here. So we are the main technologies I already mentioned is CNC manufacturing and also additional processes like deburring, polishing, and also cleaning and packaging in clean room class 7. And we also have additional technologies which we're doing with subcontractors like heat treatment, surface coating, and so forth. And what we're also doing is we bring a big support to our partners already in the development and engineering step of a part. So we do not start when the design is finished, but we like to be really involved at an early stage of the development of the part, that we have influence also on the design and the construction of the parts, and our engineers can support, and also our customers. So then a short look on the different products which we are producing, or components. We have a strong footprint on active implants. So we do components for cardiovascular acid devices like blood pumps and also pacemakers. We're producing subcutaneous ports and also some feeding devices, and also some components for hydrocephalus valves. Outside the active implants, we are producing femoral nails or pedicle screws. We're also manufacturing blades and clamps for surgery robots, for the instruments of surgery robots, and also components for prosthesis and orthoses. And also some special instruments for spinal surgery, for example, some self-retaining screwdrivers, which we are doing for a customer. So you see it's a wide range of different applications where we are manufacturing, or what we are doing. And our aim or our motivation is now to find new partners, new business with some of these or similar applications in the medical market, where we can serve our expertise and our competence in manufacturing such kind of very complicated parts and components. So this was my presentation. Here you can see my contact. So my contact data. So it would be nice if we can discuss afterwards or get some questions from your side. So thank you very much for your attention, and sorry for the first 2 minutes where you cannot see my slides. Sorry.
No problem, Marcus. That's why you had a couple of seconds longer to pitch yourself, but your presentation was with such full of enthusiasm that we actually didn't miss the slides. One of the participants pointed it out in the chat. So it's good that we have the last few slides that you could show that to us. I've got one question to you. You were telling that you are all working on all kinds of materials like titanium and PEEK. What is the most exotic material that you work with? Is this something just in like an exotic alloy?
So I would say in the medical applications, it's not that exotic, but we have, for example, in the aviation, there are really exotic materials. So I would say in the medical applications, to manufacture ceramics, not only by grinding but also by turning, this is something, I would say, something special, which is not done by everybody. This is something new, what I would say, which is in that kind a little exotic. Yes,
that's very interesting. Thank you, Marcus, for your contribution, and hopefully see you later in the breakout session.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Then the next participant, also from Germany, is Medical Systems Protect 24, being represented by either their head of R&D, Dr. Rainer Grünter, or their CEO, Lara Zampese.
Hello?
Yeah, right. Yeah, Dr. Grünter. The floor is yours.
Yep. I see. Can I start?
Yes, of course.
Okay, thank you. First, thank you all for the invitation. My thank goes to Zenit, to Mr. Strokes, but also to all the other people and the interest projects I have seen until yet, and I hope to see in the next time. It was, my name is Dr. Rainer Grünter. I'm the developer of Medical Protect 24, and I am a little bit opportunity like the others. I have no slides. I want to show something in reality. I think a lot of time about how I can present such a device in only 5 minutes. 10 years working in the medical area was not able, I think, to present it in 5 minutes, and apologize for my bad English. But then I say the best way to show it was here live. You see this. This is an ugly ring, but it's nothing else than an intensive care unit wearable. This ring is for all people who lie in a hospital in a bad situation. It controls and monitors the whole things that happened in your body. This is our device. It was tested the last years in a lot of hospitals. The end result is it is really usable in hospitals. In 3 areas at the moment. After operations, in the intensive care unit, you can wear this ring, you can control it about monitoring, you can see all what happens, like heart rate, like SpO2 factor, like temperature, everything you need to control a patient after an operation in his normal way. He must not lie the whole time in bed with a lot of apparatus around him. You can use it in the emergency stations and the emergency use, because this ring calibrates between 120 seconds, 2 minutes of his wearer, and it allows to control him from all computers in the hospital, how he is stabilized or not. You can see he must be the first or he can be the last. You can control him all over the time. That we have developed in the last 10 years. At this moment, we start a new area. We start this not only for hospitals, we start this outside the hospitals. We started in the normal doctors area, but also in the all-day area. Therefore, we have new developments, a second sensor. At this moment, we have a BPG sensoric. Now we have also a biochemical sensor for the outside reality, that we can control the body of the wearer the whole time, that we can control what happens to him, that we can control if he feels good or he feels bad, and nothing else. But also we can say for main facts, when there comes a heart attack or a stroke or epileptic, we can warn. At this moment, we can warn from heart attack and strokes circa 1 hour before, and in epileptic 5 hours before. That we have tested, control, and proof in a lot of hospitals, not only in Germany, but also in Europe. Everybody can imagine what happens when suturing controls send all data on your handy in an app, and you can see what happened in your body and if you must call a doctor or if you can feel free and good. But not in this, it's ugly. And at the moment, we search for other companies, partners who help us to make it a little bit nicer, to help us to bring it in the worldwide market, and to help us to go our way to a better future. Because when the monitoring shows you on your app today in the hospital computer what happened in your body, what happens in the next time, and you get with an artificial intelligence a diagnostic that say to you, look careful to your body, look careful to yourself, because in 1 hour, in 1 day, in 2 days, or in 3 weeks, that will happen. And you can stop it, you can control it.
Dr. Grunter.
This is our device, and I thank you for all that you have done for us. And you can.
Dr. Grunter, thank you. Thank you for interesting pitch. And I think all the people that want to see the ugly ring, they have to join you in the breakout session. An ugly, but a very smart ring, I can tell. So thank you, Dr. Grunter. Next, the last 2 pictures of today is now, I think we have the slide of Jan Feese from FISBA, but I think we have to go first to Tom Harrison from TTP, or are we going to change the order? That's also fine with me. We can stick to FISBA.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Jan Feese is talking.
Yes.
Yes, now we stick to you.
Thank you very much.
From Switzerland, the company of FISBA. The floor is yours, Mr. Feese.
Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody, and thanks especially to IVAM and Zenit for this pitch session slot introducing FISBA's expertise in photonics. My name is Jan Feese. I belong to the life sciences sales team of the company. Biophotonics is essential in the medtech industry. Referring to Photonics for Life, the European Network of Excellence for Biophotonics, biophotonics sets trends towards personalized medicine thanks to the improvement of diagnostic surgery, therapy, and follow-up care. So optical components and subsystems from micro to nanoscale belong to enabling technologies in biophotonics by addressing important subjects such as the reduction of system space and weight, the reduction of system assembly costs, competitive cost targets, enhancement of performance. FISPA strives to contribute to these trends and challenges with innovative photonic solutions in the micro range, since we strongly believe in the approach of minimally invasive treatments. FISPA is a Swiss company and was established in 1957. We are still privately owned, and we have actually a global presence with subsidiaries in America, Tucson, where we have production and sales activities going on. Also in Berlin, where we have an application and sales office. In FISPA Shanghai with a sales representative. But we also collaborate with independent distributor partners all over the world. We regard ourselves as a leading supplier of optical components and systems which we design and produce on the based on requirement specifications of our industrial customers. We have about 400 employees right now. We are quite happy to have all state-of-the-art design and production capabilities for photonic systems under one roof. Our core business is to design and produce photonic systems based on requirement specifications of our industrial customers, starting from the very first concept idea, ending in the serial production. Our targeted business areas are the life sciences, the advanced manufacturing, as well as defense and security. Today, we focus, of course, on the medtech business, making more than 60% of our business. And the reason for being here is shown on this slide. We are actually seeking for interesting collaborations in the field of medical diagnostics, monitoring and therapy, medical laboratory, biotech, environment, because we actually provide different photonic solutions for these fields, as example, micro-optics for the endoscopy, highly compact laser modules for dentistry, but also, as example, light therapy and medical lasers, highly compact laser modules for the flow cytometry, specific microscopy lenses, but also, as example, optical sensors for spectrometer applications, or even photonic parts for LiDAR applications. So let's have a look on our product portfolio. In brief, on the left side, you see a typical selection of micro-optics typically being integrated in endoscopic applications. As example, lenses from a diameter starting at 3.3 mm up to 10 mm, coated, assembled to complete imaging lenses or illumination lenses. We produce such elements in higher volumes, meaning that we have all scalability expertise in-house to scope with high volumes. On the right side, you see precision molded lenses, enabling spheric design capabilities in order to come up with highly compact and light systems. On the bottom, we see beam shaping optics for laser diode applications, as mentioned before, for highly compact solutions for dental applications. And we are also able to produce these even A-spheres in very high volumes in order to scope with very competitive cost targets. So on the next slide, you see some system examples for such components are integrated. On the left side, our latest product innovation, so-called ReadyBeam, an RGB laser solution, a turnkey solution with integrated electronics, cooling management, and fiber coupling for various applications in, as example, life sciences, for, as example, flow cytometer applications or light sheet microscopy. On the right side, we see a highly compact, also RGB solution, but without the electronics and cooling management, but much more compact for industrial solutions. And on the bottom, we have, last but not least, highly compact imaging camera for typically endoscope applications with integrated illumination with an order diameter starting from 0.6 mm. So I thank you very much for your attention, and would like to contribute to your market success with innovative photonic solutions as well. And so we are looking forward to collaborating with you, to seeing you later, the breakout sessions. And if you're interested a bit more in detail about our laser solutions, please visit the presentation of my colleague tomorrow around lunchtime as a part of the High Tech Forum.
Thank you, Jan, for your pitch. Interesting to see the diversity of expertise that is present in this pitch. The optical microsystems from FISBA to precision detection from the first picture, and the ultrasonic expertise from the second picture. Very interesting, wide range of all kinds of expertise. And I already see in the chat that there are also some questions being asked for contact details. So Jan, thank you for your pitch from all the way from Switzerland. Then last but not least, exactly there is the slide already for TTP Ventus, active in piezoelectric micropumps. Tom Harrison, are you available?
Yes, I am, and thank you for the introduction.
You're welcome. 5 minutes is yours.
Thank you. So who is TTP Ventus? Well, first off, my name is Tom Harrison. I'm the Chief Commercial Officer at TTP Ventus. We are a micropump manufacturer of piezo technology that we call disc pump. We're based in Cambridge in the UK. We focus very much on medical and life science applications for our pump technology, and we offer best-in-class pressure and flow performance, exceptional levels of control, all in a small form factor with silent operation and a pulsation-free output. And we'll talk a little bit more about what those features can offer in terms of application benefits on the next slide. Some headline key applications for us include microfluidics, for example, in the application of IVD, diagnostic instrumentation, but also for laboratory use. Patient monitoring, including blood pressure measurement, but also capnography and other exhaled gas analysis. And finally, more generally, portable and wearable medical devices, including emergency medical equipment. Okay, so product features, I thought it's probably a bit easier to show a couple of quick videos to highlight what the pump is capable of. So let's take a look. Firstly, at high precision control. Here is the pump being used in a microfluidic context. Because of the level of precision you can achieve, you can create very repeatable droplets in this example of microfluidic droplet generation. And the more repeatable the droplets, the more consistent the experiments. We've got some stop-start flow control happening on a very small scale. Here, the filling and evacuation of a reaction chamber. Normally, this is very difficult. You see bubble entrainment with traditional pumps. There are no bubbles here. And finally, side-by-side laminar flow of two fluids. The pump is so smooth in its output that the fluids are allowed to mix by diffusion rather than by agitation. This is a rather playful example, but showing the fast response speed of the pump. So here we're sorting plastic balls based on their color, and we're doing that by applying a puff of air to each ball to send it into a different bucket. The response speed is highlighted by the fact that the length of the puff of air required to send the green ball into the top bucket and the yellow ball into the bottom bucket is only 40 milliseconds different. In fact, the pump can respond on a timescale more like 1 millisecond. So it really is very quick for real-time control applications. Next, looking at the pulsation-free output, and again, a rather playful demonstration. We have 7 pumps connected to 7 airflow measurement tubes. Each pump system is controlling the position of the float in the tube. What you can see is how repeatable the control is, but also if you look carefully, how smoothly the floats move within the tubes, which is highlighting just how smooth and pulsation-free the output of the pump is. And that can be very interesting from all sorts of applications, from careful gas measurement all the way through to microfluidic control that we touched on earlier. Next, the pump is silent. This is quite hard to illustrate in a video, but the pump is here seen in an application to treat sleep apnea. This is a wearable therapy for sleep apnea. The pump is inside the black module you can see there. The pump reciprocates at 21 kilohertz, which is a frequency higher than the typical threshold of human hearing, and therefore is inaudible to us. Finally, it's very small, here next to a €2 coin for scale. In terms of performance, it produces about 400 millibar positive pressure, 300 millibar vacuum, 2 litres a minute airflow, and we have various product lines that focus variously on high performance, lower cost, and longer lifetime. We have an evaluation kit. This is a great way to get started. It's got everything you need to begin testing, including 2 pumps, some drive electronics, a power supply, a very flexible piece of control software, and then a suite of fixtures and fittings to allow you to get on with your experiment straight away. The software also includes closed loop control of pressure and vacuum, and also of either air or liquid flow. Just to give you an example of the latter, the liquid flow, we've collaborated with Sensirion, the global sensor company, recently to combine their SLF3X sensor series with our pump technology, in particular with our evaluation kit. And what you can see is you get exceptional flow control over 3 orders of magnitude. Here, the stepped waveform. You can see that the new set point is reached within 2 seconds, and it's very highly precise once the set point is reached. So this really is a kind of very interesting new pressure and flow source for compact microfluidic applications, for example, benchtop analytical instruments. So who are we looking for? We're looking for designers and manufacturers of medical and life science equipment where one or more of the unique features of our pump brings particular value in your application. So in summary, we see those features as high precision, rapid response speed, silent operation, pulsation-free output, and compact form factor. So if any of those aspects interest you, then please feel free to contact me on the right-hand side, and I'll look forward to speaking with you. Thank you.
Okay, Tom. Thank you for your input and sharing the magic you do to fluids in the micro level. Very interesting. So that was the last pitch of the 10 pitches from all over Europe in this session together with IVAM. The idea now is I see already some action being taken on the chat, not so more for questions as well as contact details that wants to be exchanged. But as said, please make sure also to join in the breakout sessions that will be available from now. So every pitching company will receive... Thomas.
I interrupt you. First of all, please share your video so that we can see you again.
Yes, of course, no problem.
And the next thing is, first of all, thank you to all the presenters from these many different countries of Europe. It was very interesting to see what you plan and what you have, and also to hear where you need your collaboration. We will end our streaming now. So I want to say goodbye to all the YouTube listeners and watchers. We will end this now because we will now go to some breakout sessions, different rooms where the concrete discussions can take place. So thank you for watching, and hope to see you in one of the next sessions during COMPAMED.